Day 22, the halfway point. Well, what was that yesterday? I can't remember. Day 22 of lockdown 2 in Melbourne. One of those days today, really just, I just haven't wanted to life, you know? Just been just laying in bed, just watching TV. That Batman movie with Bane was on earlier, which was good. Doesn't matter who we are. What matters is our plan. I do a very good Bane, just for everyone out there who doesn't know. I fucking woke up to people going mad about the state of emergency in Victoria being extended for like another 12 months or something like that. This is, I think I said this a few days back, and this is a perfect example of why you don't go to your social media news feeds for actual news, unless, like myself, you have actual news readers on your friends lists. But yeah, people going fucking crazy. Dumb people who don't understand that the state of emergency being extended does not mean stage 4 lockdown is extended. We're not going to be like this for another fucking year, people. The state of emergency is in place for the next fucking year. We might have, I expect cases to rise again in the next, after this lockdown's done and we're given a little bit more freedom. But yeah, all it means is that they can lock us up again like this for the next year. If, if there's explosions of fucking cases and new waves coming through, it does not mean that we are locked up like this for the next fucking year. Morons. There's people do my fucking head in, these people that they just don't understand. I don't get it. So everyone just relax. This stage 4 lockdown more than likely will be over in the next, in 3 weeks, as it is scheduled to be. But the state of emergency itself is in place for the next year, and that really shouldn't surprise anybody. It doesn't surprise me. But yeah, calm down. It does not mean we are locked up for the next year like this. Fucking relax. You're listening to the Non-Essential Podcast, hosted by me, Matty K, a complete and utter moron who is not essential to anyone in any way, shape or form. Keep listening. You'll never believe this, but I actually had another 1 or 2 things that I wanted to talk about, but like I said, you won't believe this, but I've forgotten them. Oh, fucking hell. It seems like every fucking episode I'm just, I had something to talk about, but I forgot. That guitar's gonna fall, I know it. And it's gonna make a loud noise when it does. Well, last night, I just kind of fucking crapped on for what ended up being 17 minutes, and I really thought that yesterday's episode was literally like going to be no more than 7 minutes, but it turns out I went for fucking 17. So I think, one thing that my daily little diary entries here are doing, if it was actually possible, is making my shit talking even better, I think. So that's one positive. I've always been pretty good at just fucking waffling on and just talking shit. It's what's gotten me through life a lot of the time. And like I said, I think I'm getting a little bit better at it now, just by doing this every day, just turning the mic on and just going. So, I mean, is that a good thing? Is that a good trait to have in life, to be able to just fucking talk about nothing for 20 minutes? You could argue that it is. But yeah, I think that's one thing that it's been doing. I'm trying to get this episode now. I'm really just trying to pan out, or pad out the fucking thing. What are we at? 5.5 minutes in total now. So I want to try and get 10 minutes. I want to try and get 10 minutes out. I reckon I can do this, and I reckon with your help. What help are you giving me, really? You're not giving me anything. You're just sitting there listening, and I can't hear you. So, oh fuck! And I tell you what, if I do a few more of those, a few more big yawns, we'll easily get to the 10 minutes. Yeah. You're listening to the Non-Essential Podcast, or TNEP, hosted by me, Matty K. Lockdown 2.0. We're all in this together. I've been watching some documentaries this past few days about Hunter S. Thompson, and reading some of his more sort of famous works. He was a writer for Rolling Stone magazine and bunch of other. I think he wrote for ESPN as well. Bunch of other sort of publications and things like that. What a wild motherfucker he was. Really just kind of just lived his life his own way, marched to the beat of his own, not just drum, but his own fucking orchestra, really. So if you don't know anything about him, look him up, watch some of the documentaries, read some of his works. There's been some movies that, have been kind of based on him and things like that. But one of the things that I kind of love is he died, when did he die? 2005, I think. He sadly committed suicide, but if you ask him, he'd probably say there's nothing sad about it. It was how he wanted to go and how he always kind of planned it. But it was his sort of funeral that was very interesting. I think it was all paid for by Johnny Depp. I think Johnny Depp was a good friend of his. He actually played Hunter S. Thompson in a movie called Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. It's a bit of a cult movie, based on probably his one of his most famous pieces of writing of the same name. A story that he wrote for Rolling Stone back in I don't even know what year it was. Where him and his lawyer just jumped in a Cadillac convertible and drove out to Las Vegas. And I haven't actually seen the movie, but I've always heard about it. So I think what happened is Rolling Stone sort of, called him up and said, hey, we want you to do a story about finding the American dream or something like that. And so he jumped in a Cadillac convertible, I think it was a Cadillac, with his lawyer, and drove out to Vegas, and they were just high as kites on every drug. They did all of the drugs. So I haven't seen that movie. I should probably watch that. His lawyer as well, though, is an interesting story. His lawyer was this Mexican dude, and he was basically the go-to guy in the Mexican community in LA. If any of the Mexicans were in trouble and they needed a lawyer, he was the guy. And he ended up disappearing. I think he went down to Mexico, and he's like, this is like in the 70s or something, and he hasn't been seen or heard from since. So he's assumed dead by probably the cartels and stuff like that. But he was just as wild of a motherfucker as Hunter S. Thompson. But so Hunter S. Thompson's funeral involved his ashes being spread on. The funeral took place at his property in Colorado somewhere. Owl Farm was the name of like of his place, and they shot his ashes out of a giant fist that was like the logo of Gonzo journalism, which is a type of journalism that Hunter founded, basically. And the logo was a fist with two thumbs holding a peyote button, and his ashes were put into a canister that got shot out of this fist, and then it exploded or something when it was like 500 feet in the air, and his ashes spread. That's kind of how I want to go. When I go, shoot me up into fucking space and just let me float around. I think that's how I want to go. Don't even cremate me. Just get my body, put it in something, and just take me up in a rocket up into outer space, and then just let me float for eternity. Or until, my body fucking burns up or some shit in the atmosphere. I don't know. But yeah, Hunter S. Thompson. What a wild dude. Rest in peace, sir. You're listening to the Non-Essential Podcast, hosted by me, Matty K, a complete and utter moron who is not essential to anyone in any way, shape or form. Keep listening. Well, we got there. We got to the 10-minute mark. We've exceeded 10 minutes now, and I'm just going to wrap it up because I just can't be fucked. I'm going to slap it together, stick it up, and there you go. There's day 22. Tune in tomorrow, where it's probably going to be more of the fucking same. More. Look. I feel that me missing a day. I feel it's approaching. I feel it's coming on. I feel like there might be a day pretty soon, possibly even this week, where I fuck everything up, and don't do one of these episodes, and I like I said, I fuck up my my original goal of doing this every day until lockdown was over. I'm not going to make it to the fucking 12th or 13th of September, I don't think. The more I think about it now. But let's just see what happens. Alright, maybe I'll see you tomorrow. Maybe I won't. Maybe. Who really cares? Oh, alright. See you later.